Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 8 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And last time, I think that was the episode where I took Petra finally, yeah. Petra is now under my control and it's not, I don't think it's too vital of a province, but it does give me some presence down here in the southern part of the map, and I feel like I want to leave Bostra in rebel hands for now. I have spies set out to keep an eye on the Parthians. If the Parthians start making any moves on either Bostra or Palmyra, hopefully I get a bit of an advance warning. I want to set up some watchtowers out here as well to keep an eye in this direction, but I don't intend on pushing this conflict with the Parthians, at least for now, because there's a few things internally that I would like to, well, have some time to figure out. And one is getting my military up to code. My military for now it's fine, I think. It's well balanced. I have, all of the elements that I like to fight with. Heavy infantry, light infantry. I have some cavalry. The Egyptian cavalry is not really heavy, but there's a medium cav, I can say. It's a medium cav to like light cav. And then, of course, my chariots, which currently I only have my general's chariots. I can't actually build or train my own chariot units, so that's something that I need to rectify at some point. And yeah, of course, getting like upgraded buildings like blacksmiths and stuff as well it can go a long way towards getting me up to code. However, there's probably a bigger issue than that, and that is that I was looking at my economy because I feel like in the last turn or so I was thinking, okay, what happened to my booming economy? What's going on here? And it's kind of easy to see what's going on. For one thing, okay, building stuff, construction, that's, I'm always going to build stuff, that's fine. But the fact that I'm losing 2,000 denarii per turn to corruption and other, now I think that's just corruption. I don't know what the other would be. But that's significant, it really is. And that makes me think about the corruption. So if you go in here and just kind of look at this, it's going to tell you how much you're losing. Now, I already am making some steps to rectify this by building up my temples that have their law bonuses. However, the Egyptians also have their own law building. Can I build one here in Jerusalem? Do you already have one here? I don't have a law building here in Jerusalem. Is it not available? Yeah, I think it's available at a minor city, maybe. Let's come down here. Law enforcement. Yeah. Execution square. Pretty brutal stuff, but plus 10% to law, and then 15 for the secret police headquarters, and then the 20% for the secret police network. Yeah. Good building, right? So that's going to be saving me a lot of money over time. And I need to get going with that as well, because, for instance, like, again, I think Antioch is another place where I'm starting to build the Temple of Set, so that I can get that law increase here as well. And look at this, taking it down from 681 to 573. So that's a decent increase just from a bit of law that we'll be getting from 10% law. So think about getting another 10% from the execution square, and that can go a long ways, right? So that's something that I need to get on, is trying to eliminate that corruption as much as I can, and maybe also take a peek at my characters and see if any of them have those law traits that, also help in... Actually, let's take a look at him. Does he have anything for law, or is it all... Actually, he should be hanging out. Yeah, actually, that's a mistake. I had him hanging out, outside of Antioch with his army, but he should not... No, he has that, mathematics expert. 10% bonus on all trade income? Yeah, you should be in Antioch. That was a mistake.
Splitting the troops. Onward.
And now Antioch's making 1329. Okay. So I guess this army should just hang out. I was just keeping them out of the city so I could train more peasants, honestly, and get a more accurate representation of what the garrison, like what the garrison public order meant. That's really the only reason why I had the army outside of the city, but I think maybe I'll keep them in for now. Make an extra bit of money for sure. And let's see. Other than that, oh yeah, then there's like this the whole diplomatic issue. The fact that the Parthians and the Armenians are not talking to me is making me a little bit worried. Now, with him at first, I was a little bit worried because he has 0 influence that maybe he's just useless. But maybe if I start doing things like, can I get his influence back up just by getting in, like just pushing through like easy agreements? Like if I, for instance, wanted to make an offer of a single payment, and if I just wanted to offer like 500 denarii, and then offer it as a gift. So I'm not expecting anything in return, just offer it as a gift. And a gift is a blessing to the giver, no matter how small it may be, our thanks to you. So maybe over time, I can sort of build a rapport between myself and the Armenians. And maybe I can also get his influence back up. You know, that didn't do it, but maybe if I do that a few more times, maybe that will help. I want to see, because again, if I remember correctly, and I probably should have reminded myself by looking this up, but the Rome Remastered version does have a scale. There's relationship, faction power, and what was the other one? There was 3 scales, weren't there? Relationship, power, and was it trustworthiness or something? Oh gosh, I can't remember, but I feel like giving gifts is one way to build that relationship back up, and then maybe we can put ourselves in a position where they were willing to talk to us and we can get that map information. Otherwise, I do have some emissaries or diplomats on the way. I keep calling them emissaries because of Medieval Total War, but yeah, you get the picture. Let's see, you're only 1 influence, goddamn. And then I have another one as well on the way.
Your humble servant.
1 influence, okay, it's not great. Do I have any more on the way? Yeah, I'm training 1 more here in Damascus. Yeah, I'm starting to send them out. I'm starting to get them out into the world. And should I actually have
Great one.
you do the same thing with the Parthians and just offer them money as a gift? That's an idea. It's a little concerning that. So going into this, I kind of thought for some reason that the Seleucids had allies to their north, but no, they're fighting the Parthians, the Pontics, and the Armenians. They are allied with the Scythians, so that's something, but the Scythians aren't helping out. They're not at war with anyone except for rebels, so that's unfortunate. The Seleucids might be in some trouble here, and as they go, so does my buffer. So if the Pontics take Tarsus, and then if like the Armenians or the Parthians take, I don't know the name of this town here, but if they take this town, then all of a sudden, you know, I got some more neighbors, right? Now, I already intend on, you know, fighting a war with the Parthians eventually. So I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. Antioch can take the brunt of it, having these 2 well-defended passes here at the river and then this mountain pass. Maybe getting another army up here would be good, but again, that's not really here nor there. Isn't, you know, we're not there yet is what I'm trying to say. I think if and when this finally does boil over, what I would like to do is have at least 1 full army up here in Antioch, and then 1 army in sort of the Damascus, Jerusalem region, and then another army down here in the south. That way I don't need to attack with both armies. I can simply, when the time comes, send 1 out, whether it's down here, wherever there's less resistance, really. You know, so for instance, if there's a big Parthian army coming through the center, and they're looking like they're getting ready to attack me, that's when I might just hang on to, you know, and defend Damascus, and then send out, you know, an army from Petra into the south and go on this long. I think it's a ways to get there, but I think the Parthian settlement down here is kind of like, you know, in the corner. So yeah, just take what they will give me, you know. But as I was saying, in the meantime, I just intend on focusing on these domestic issues and trying to get myself in a strong position so that I can, you know, deal with these threats as they come up. there is nothing left to do for this turn, so without further ado, let's drop a save and then let's keep it moving. Carthaginians on the move, but oh hey, we got a husband on the way. Ooh, 42. I don't think so. 42 and like zero stats. Good defender is good, so +2 command when defending. That's fine. And +1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. That's also good. Those are both good things, but 42, man, that's just a little too old. I think I have to turn this one down. Yeah, decline that. And sitting on 8,000, you know, not the worst. Not the worst. You know, it's funny because, you know, it's still better than my Julia campaign, but like, you know, for this campaign it feels a little bit poor. Let's now try our luck with this diplomat and see if he has any better chances of getting the Parthians. Again, just trade rights, map information, and let's just see what that gets us. Okay, there we got it. We got it. No money was involved, but we got the map information, and that's kind of all I care about right now. All right, so where is this place? All right, I'm glad I got that because I feel like I would have gone just parallel, and I would have missed it by like a long ways. It's so there's so much land out here, you know. If you're pointed in the wrong direction, you're just not gonna get to the place where you're trying to go. So yeah, when you're attacking someone, you want to know where you're going, right? It's just there's too many cases in history where the army gets lost, and you're like, how did they not know where they're going? It's like, yeah, they didn't have good maps back then, you know. So like, it's important. It's important to know these things. So if I was to attack the Parthians, that's kind of what I would say would be maybe the weakest of their settlements, and also in a way the kind of the closest for me to take would be that one. And then from there I would have a base from which I could push up and take this settlement as well. Where is their capital? Is it this? So that's their capital. So they just have the 4 settlements. Or the three, but then the 4th one's going to be up here, right? Yeah, so that's not going to be playing any factor in the oncoming war. But I think taking this first and then using it as a base to push up, I don't think the river would be that much of an obstacle because there's multiple crossings here. One here, one here, one here, even one there if I needed to. And then this river is a little bit different. It's just the one crossing right here. Here's a little bit tricky because there's a Seleucid settlement right there. I don't really want to provoke their attention by walking through their province. But still, that's probably doable, capturing that. And then it's kind of going through the mountains, and that gets a little bit treacherous. You know, there's opportunities for them to ambush me in the mountains because I'm gonna need some spies to help provide vision as I go through here, just to make sure that, you know, they're not lurking beyond some mountains where they can pounce on me. But yeah, that's the plan, I think. And I wouldn't mind getting more spies out, but right now I'm kind of concerned about the upkeep of these guys. You know, like what's does it tell me the upkeep here? Do I have to go into the training panel to find out? Yeah, 100 upkeep per spy. That adds up. That does add up. So I'll save that. I'll get more spies when I have a better economy. Considering that Jerusalem has the Temple of Horus, and at the top level of Temple of Horus, it's going to be giving weapon upgrades and armor upgrades. This should be turned into a recruitment center eventually, and in fact, probably now. Right now, it can actually train some skirmishers, the javelins and the slingers, so that's fine. However, I have in mind teaming up Jerusalem with Sidon, which has the Temple of Imhotep. And Imhotep at its top level is going to be giving experience to soldiers. So being able to train soldiers in Jerusalem and then retrain them in Sidon and then vice versa, so that the soldiers can get the benefits of both the weapon upgrades, armor upgrades, and the experience upgrades, I think is going to be very prudent. However, to do this, I need to make sure that I have the actual training buildings required in both settlements. I can't just have, currently I'm just training my Nubian spears in Sidon and my light infantry in Jerusalem, and that's, not going to work. So I need a little bit of redundancy here. So let's get some barracks here in Jerusalem just so that I can get that infantry, that melee infantry going here. It's a relatively cheap building, so that's fine. And then here in Sidon, what I'm thinking about is sending, I think his name is Kia, one of the only family members whose name I actually can't pronounce. And because he does has the Droughtsman trait, which is going to be a 10% discount on construction costs, how about I send you on over to Damascus so that you can help build the next building here. And then Damascus, your guy, Ptahhotep. Yeah, that's right. That's totally right. I said that right. Ptahhotep. That's like there's no other way to say that. Mathematician, 15% bonus on all trade income. How is that? Is that different than yours?
Sire.
No, not you. The dude. Mathematics expert, 10% bonus, +2 management. Okay, so they're related. Anyway, well, yeah. Anyway, but the poor farmer thing. Let's see, tax assessor, 10% bonus on tax income. Poor farmer's not great, but -1 management. Yeah, it's a real mixed bag, isn't it? But that 15% bonus on all trade income seems kind of promising. So let's try this. Sidon, 184 right now. Let's bring on over 523. I think that was a little bit more than what it was making under Kia. I don't know if the difference was that great though. I think it was like making 450, maybe 4 something. Yeah, anyway, might be a small difference, but now Kia can make sure that Damascus, what I was thinking, I don't really want to go for roads right now just because roads. Yeah, sure. Once I get paved roads, I can make money off of them, but the tier 1 roads, it kind of just helps other armies move through my territories. And if this is going to be a buffer, I don't mind this as being a buffer that's kind of like a sand pit that makes the enemy have to kind of slowly move through it. Then again, it's not a big province, so it's not going to take long for an army to move through it anyway. I feel like the whole like not building roads thing and like having a sandpit buffer province is a better idea in like a settlement like this, like Nabatea, where it would take forever to get through this without roads, which is what's going to take for me. Yeah. Damascus, maybe it's just not that big. It's just it's a small region, isn't it? So maybe I should just go ahead and get roads. But I brought Kia here to get a discount on the market because it's more expensive. So let's just do this for now. Yeah, let's just do that for now, and I'll go back and do the roads thing later on. I feel so bad for doing this, but I set Nofet. I know I've sent you all the way down here to contribute in this army and hang out in Petra, but I think I actually want you up north to be leading this army north of Antioch. Now that I realized, that my faction leader needs to be in Antioch to be getting that bonus and, obviously making more money, this army needs a general. And I don't need 3 generals down here in Petra. That seems a little bit overkill. So let's fix that.
Mighty general.
And then these guys down here, now that they're done building watchtowers everywhere, I can put them in the right settlements to where I think I can be making the most money with them. Do either of them have good stuff? 2 management on Amos. And yeah, that's kind of it. So nothing great. I'm not gonna be getting a lot of money from that. And then you, Geo management. Well, let's build that up then. Let's put you somewhere where, I think that if it's in a place where it's making money or trade or something, he might get better at it. So let's make these guys into governors where they can oversee the homelands down here. Keep an eye on the Numidians. But then again, if any more Numidian armies come that are, you know, bribable and small, then yeah, that's all I'm going to be doing with that. Is just bribing those Numidian armies. I think it's a good way of, the fact that it doesn't start a war is just, man, it's just so useful. It's silly, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, honestly, I feel like that did happen, didn't it? Historically, I feel like there were instances that didn't immediately, I'm thinking of specifically, I'm listening to the History of Rome podcast, and oh, what was it? I'm trying to think. There's a Numidian, it actually was a Numidian prince, wasn't it? Who was like causing issues, and they were a client state of Rome, but he was trying to like kind of take over and be his own king, be his own man. And what was his name? It wasn't Jawar. No, that's a different guy I'm thinking of. But I can't remember the prince's name, but he was just bribing like Roman generals and Roman armies, and he was getting away with it for a while until eventually someone cracked down. Some famous general had to crack down and come down and then be like, "Hey, no, you're not bribing me. I'm going to beat you in battle and take you back to Rome where you're," and then they like executed or something. So yeah, I guess it led to war eventually. But he got away with it for a while. he bribed a few Roman armies and generals to like leave him alone, and it worked for some time. And after just one more turn, it looks like I'm sitting at almost made 12,000. That's not bad. I didn't just fix my economy, did I? There's no way it happened that fast. Well, that feels a little bit better. Yeah, that feels just a little bit better, but let's keep on it. And in places where I can, holy shit, okay, well, a lot happened. The Julii have finally declared war against the Gauls, finally. The Greeks have declared war against Macedon, as well as all the Romans, so Macedon's going to be feeling the wrath pretty soon here. The Gauls and the Scipii broke their alliance. And the Seleucids and the Greeks are allies. Okay, so the Seleucids do have some allies now. It's not just the Scythians, it's also the Greeks. And I wonder, the Greeks wouldn't be at war with the Pontics, are they? Pontus? No, they're not at war with the Greeks. Well, at least they're not enemies. Then what do we have down here? Yes, some decent looking Pontic armies. Pontic light cav. So that's just going to be Jav Cav, some Cretan archers. That's the best archer unit in the game. Then yeah, Eastern Infantry, 3-star general. Not bad. This is a smaller army, just Hillman, Pontic light cav.
Awaiting your command. Yes, my liege.
And some more armies over here. What do we have? Pontic light cav. So nothing, it doesn't look like their units are too scary at the moment.
Is to obey. Orders.
Now I have just noticed that Amos is trusty, that +2 to law, that can be very useful, but not really here because these provinces aren't seeing a lot of corruption. These are really close to my capital of Alexandria, and Thebes is the only place seeing any corruption, but even here it's only 28 denarii per turn. So not useful, I would say, to keep them in this neighborhood. What I'm thinking instead, Petra, actually, for as small as it is, it's seeing 102 corruption. And that seems, getting rid of that seems a little bit more valuable. Or, is there other options? Yeah, 133 in Jerusalem. And then, yeah, getting rid of 365 here in Sidon. That seems better, actually. So how about I do that? How about I start moving Amos up to Sidon?
Onward.
So it's going to be a while, but he's going to make his way up. And that's going to be leaving
Fire.
dear old Philippos Philometor. You're going to be hanging out here, and you're the guy that needs some training up. You need some traits. You need some juice, man. So let's just come to Thebes for now. Maybe just hang out. Have you hang out in Memphis, perhaps. Currently, there are no threats on the horizon, but you never know. You never know. Oh, wonderful. The Armenians have finally accepted my offer of trade rights and map information. Yes, that's all I really wanted. The money was just extra stuff, and still no influence on my emissary. But you know what? At least You got something done for me. That feels good. All right. So yes, we have vision on the 3 Armenian towns. 1, 2, 3. I think they only started with 2 of them, so I wonder, does this town start off as rebel in the beginning of the campaign? I'm not sure. But the fact that no one's taken this Seleucid town here, unless I need to get this, actually. Does this tell me? Yeah, so this is still owned by the Seleucids. Okay. Now Jerusalem is finally grown, so now I can build that up. Let's see, am I building anything? Oh, perfect. Perfect timing. I can get the governor's palace going right away. Get this up to a small, or a minor city, should I say. Another town expands. Petra as well. Perfect. Yes, I needed this. That feels good. And construction report. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of buildings are done. And then, yeah, the Romans are at war with Gaul to follow in the Julia's footsteps. Okay. I'll tell you what, in my last episode of my Julia campaign, I just had another faction, or actually a Gallic, a diplomat, bribe one of my armies for the first time ever in a Total War game has that happened to me. So, yeah, that was a unique experience for me, and it was a moment that kind of taught me, like, all right, I need to get my assassins out. Now, it's kind of tricky in this game. Assassins are, of course, population locked behind a minor city, so in my Julia campaign, I'm just suffering trying to get those... I'm trying to get assassins. It's going to be a while before I get assassins in that campaign, but here, in this campaign, I have plenty of minor cities. I already have a few markets built up, which are the buildings... it's not the market, it's the bazaar, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's the bazaar that allows me to train assassins. Yes, yes, yes. And so let's get them going here in Memphis. They're expensive. 500 denarii to recruit, and then 200 of upkeep. God damn, that is expensive. But, you know, I have these diplomats from other factions hanging out around Alexandria, and I would rather them not hang out around Alexandria. Let's get rid of them, eh? And then, yeah, maybe like every other diplomat in my realm, just purge them. Just get rid of all of them and get a really good assassin. You know, it's funny, the assassins in the game, this is not how I would picture an assassin to look. This looks like a gladiator. Why'd they design assassins that look like gladiators? You would know this man's trying to kill you, right? like there's no creeping around wearing, you know, greaves and a shoulder armor and walking like carrying a club, you know? Like, who killed him? I don't know, that guy. The guy that looks like a murderer. Oh, no. Like, you would think this would be kind of like what an assassin would look like, right? Oh, I mean, if anything, I would think this is a spy more than assassin. I don't know why. I just think that this guy can see things and tell people things. That's what spies do. This is what an assassin looks like. I don't know. What do I know? Or no, this is an assassin. Yeah, this is the, you know, the guys that how's the saying go? The men that live a long time in a profession where men die young are the dangerous ones. Yeah. Watch out for the diplomat. And now that I have Petra, I think it's time to build a port here in Thebes finally. Because now I finally make some money off this. Yeah, go up to 692. Yeah. And I think that's better than Memphis. Because Memphis can build a port here. But I think for them, it's, yeah, they don't make money off that. So they must not have, so that they have incense and grain. And then Petra just has the incense. So you don't make money off trading the grain. The grain is just for population growth? Okay. Is that true? Let me just double check. Let me give this a little peeky poo and see. So you do trade. So you do make money from trading grain. So does Petra have grain? I'm a little confused by this. Why would building a port in Memphis not make any money if Petra does not have grain? Nothing. Huh. Well, I mean, that makes that simple. Let's get a port going in Thebes, where I can make a bit more than nothing. And that's going to be a good boost. Yeah, that's why getting Petra is actually surprisingly lucrative as the Egyptians, right? Because, you know, finally gives you a reason to build a port here. However, it's also going to give you a reason to build at least a couple of boats in the Red Sea, because, yeah, there's a little bit of a pirate navy here, and their boats are better than biremes. 7 and 7. I think the biremes are 6 and 7 on their stats, and yeah, so I would at least need to build 3 biremes, if not like 3 triremes, to make sure that I win that battle. But then would I be safe to just simply disband those boats, or would any more rebels spawn in the Red Sea? Please let me know if you have the answer to that. I would like to know, because if I simply just have to get rid of these pirates and then, you know, then I'm good, that's fine, I will disband those boats. But if I have to keep some boats, you know, in the Red Sea, then I will do that as well. I just know that the pirates will blockade your port. They will. So, they need to be dealt with at some point. This is more like it. So here's another option for a suitable husband. Let's see, Jehutimis Philometer. 17 years old, 2 command. Yeah, that's much better. And the faction leader has died. Yeah, Hekhemut is finally passed away, and I feel like that's I think that's finally the best pronunciation that he will ever get from me. Hekhemut. I'm not gonna say it a third time because I might mess it up, but yes, he's finally left us. All right, look at because I spent a lot of money in that last turn, so we're sitting on almost 7 grand. Not great, but I think those buildings that I put into production in the last turn should help out. Let's see, the Greeks are the most advanced faction. Well, la-di-da-da, good for them, huh? New faction leaders, so Khnumhotep is going to be down here. And yeah, 5 stars. Yep. Management's not good, but influence is good. And he's 50, so it's a little, maybe I shouldn't have made him the faction heir. Yeah, he's a little old. 20% discount on unit training costs. Ooh, I should probably have him. Yeah, let's get him out of here. He doesn't need to be down here. He doesn't need to be down in Petra. Who's going to be training the most soldiers? Let's go through all of this first. So, Miri. I saw you down here, so that's going to be you. And hey, this isn't bad. There's some stuff here. Tutor, +1 management. Heartless ruler, +1 influence. Understanding of natural philosophy, so -1 squalor. And +1 management, that's a good one. Understanding of strategy is a good one. Understanding of tactics is a good one. +2 command when attacking or ambushing, +1 to line of sight. Confident in defense, +1 command when defending. Why is he so good? Is he Khnumhotep's son? And just because his father is like good? Is that why he's so good? That's a lot of good stuff there. And then, subject to rumors. Oh, this guy's just getting worse and worse. Rumors are circulating about this man and his wife, particularly his wife and her supposed lovers. -1 influence. Yeah, unlucky leader. Subject of rumors. It's too bad. The confident commander's being wasted, unfortunately. But I might leave him and Miri. I might leave those two down here in Petra to hang out. And then, what else do we got? Hirubin. You got married? Okay. Hopefully your unluckiness doesn't pass on to your children. And then, yeah, Tutor, we know about that. And Kia. Okay, Kia has a priestess of Isis. That's going to be up here in Sidon. And the Priestess of Isis gives +1 management and increases the chances of having children. +1 to public health. Okay. Kia, is he? I wonder if he's already a father. He must be. He's 38. He must be. So let's look at that right now. Actually, let's not dally, dither dally. Let's see. How's Kia? Where is he? So yeah, Reuben is a son. Okay. Okay. And I wonder if they're gonna have another kid at this age. Pedibestit. Ah, she's not too old to have kids. It could still happen. Isis says so. What else do we got? Buildings, fun, recruitment, fun, and then marriage celebrations. This is the real fun. All right. And then, so where's that character? Where's the guy that just, I think you were the one that just married into the, yeah, you're the one that just married into the family. I think it's time that I have a better look at this now, just to keep an eye on this and see, you know, make sure that I have the right person set as my faction heir, because you're currently my faction heir. You're 45 years old, and you're fine, but like you're not super great. And mostly the issue is that you're 45 years old. You're only 5 years younger than the faction leader himself. Something that I heard recommended either in a guide or whether by a viewer, I can't quite remember, but I heard it recommended that looking for faction heirs that are 20 years younger than the faction leader is a pretty good idea, because then it gives that person a long time to essentially, you know, build up into becoming a great man. So with that in mind, let's try to find who's at least like, so 20, so be 30 years old. Don't want anyone older than 30, right? Because that's what we're going to be looking at here. So we know Kia's 38 and Aset Nofet is 31. So you're borderline, but you're not quite impressive. So Reuben, wouldn't that be something to make the most unlucky person in the faction heir? That'd just be hilarious. Jehutimes. Yeah, 2 stars is okay. This is the one that has really caught my eye. Mirror. Yeah, he just because of all this stuff. It's really interesting, and he does happen to be the faction leader's son, so that's good. So that's not his. No, that's his sister. That's not his. He's not married to Bet. What else do we got? Let's just to be thorough. What else do we have here? Yeah, nothing too impressive there. And then Amos is interesting. He has a bit more cred, I'd say, than Myrrh. But all of these fancy traits has really piqued my interest. But Amos is a bit, it's kind of I don't know, I want to say reliable, a bit more tested. You know, he's actually done some things. Down in the Homelands, mentor, mercenary captain, publicly loyal, so 100% increase to cost of bribe. Confident attacker. It's all good, you know? It's all good stuff. I feel like, oh man, it's a kind of a hard choice. Mirror is 9 years younger than Amos. So that's also potentially really, really good. What is he doing right now? I know Amos is being sent up to Sidon to deal with the corruption issues over there. But Mirror is like down here in Petra, and I don't know if he's really gonna be. I don't know if he's. If I have anything for him to really do to make him better. That's kind of an issue. He might just be hanging out in Petra for a while. I don't really have a job for him currently. So I think because of that, and because Amos is already sort of set in some ways, let's set him as the faction heir. So this is Amos. I want to make sure that I have the right guy. Set faction heir. And yeah, that's going to give him +1 influence, +2 to personal security. Yeah, that seems like an okay choice. And he's not, actually, is he married? He is married. He just doesn't have any children yet. Now that I have finally built up 4 triremes, I'm hoping that's enough of a navy to be safe as I make this long journey that I'm about to embark on. But I want to finally put some diplomats on some boats, and then same with you. You can also go on the boat. And then I want to go on a little bit of a journey. I think it's time to travel to the western part of the map, make contact with the Romans. Finally, it's probably time to keep an eye on them and see what they're up to. Maybe have a couple diplomats park in the Greek territories. One can just hang out in Sparta. I think that's Sparta, right? And then the other one can hang out in the Macedonian capital, which is... We haven't talked to the Macedonians yet, have we? Yeah, I don't think we do, or have. So yeah, we can go talk to the Macedonians. We've already talked to the Greeks. But yeah, we can also make contact with the Dacians, the Thracians, the Scythians. In fact, I saw a Scythian diplomat over here. Is he still... Oh, I lost him. I lost him!
At once.
Let's... Ah, there he is. I found him! I found him!
I must speak with
Yes,
you at
trade
once.
right. Map information, and make single payment? I don't know. He has 3 influence. I don't know. That's not... I'm not going to get any money from this guy. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. And let's just see if I can get the basics out of the way. Yep, that's fine. And so after getting a deal done and he's gained nothing. Damn, that's really unfortunate. He's made 2 bribes to the Armenians, and then he got the deal done for map information with the Armenians, and now he's gotten the deal with map information done with the Scythians, and still that's not made up for anything. That's too bad. That's too bad.
Yes, mighty lord.
You know, I just realized that Jerusalem's actually making a bit more money from trade than Sidon, so let's go ahead and bring down the tax assessor and the mathematician, Ptahhotep. You can come down to Jerusalem and, yep, give them a good little boost there. And then do you want to hang out in Sidon? I don't really need you there. I'm actually thinking about bringing Amos all the way up to Antioch, because Antioch's the one that has the most corruption right now. It's losing 671 to corruption, which is pretty devastating. So I'm thinking about bringing you up there, and then the new faction leader, Knumatep, is... With his discount on unit training costs, where would you be most useful? Maybe you can come to Sidon? And then what would you do? Maybe I can have you come down to the Egyptian homelands so that you can essentially help out Philippos Philometor with just kind of keeping things down here. I like having 2 generals in the homelands, just in case. It gives me just a little bit more comfort down here. And of course, he can administer one of these settlements, either Thebes or Alexandria perhaps, because Philippos is hanging out in Memphis. Trying to get you some good trades, although I guess I could help out a bit more with that by actually building you some buildings. Like I could build you academy next, maybe. That's an option. Yeah, I would like to start building some schools. It's such a cool building idea, getting the academies to build up characters. It's such a neat idea. It's really... I really like that in this game. But it's also... It does kind of feel like a luxury. Like you kind of have to get there eventually, right? Like after the economy and then after the military infrastructure, and then you can start working on all of the fluff buildings. Another city of mine has now expanded here. Alexandria is ready to go up to a huge city, large city? Can't remember. I can't remember what the fourth one is. We are the most advanced faction. That's good, although our military infrastructure, despite my promises to eventually work on it, I have not done that yet. So, have to work on that. What else? Construction, good. Yes. Recruitment, good. And client kingdoms established. What the hell? So this faction lacks the pride of our great pharaoh and has accepted that its fate lies within the control of others. Scythia and Thrace. Interesting. So who is who? Is Thrace a client of Scythia? I'm very interested. What just happened? What just happened? So the... Huh. It says the Thracians are enemies of Scythia. So I would just... Huh? Does that mean the Thracians are clients of Scythia? That's confusing why that... Wouldn't you be a protectorate? That's confusing. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I thought client kingdom meant protectorate, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And I thought it had been a while since the brigands had shown up. Yep, sure enough, there they are. Well, luckily, I feel like they didn't cause that devastation, did they? Because I feel like they just showed up. Devastation 200. I know there already was devastation there that was eventually going to go away, but I feel like 200 is higher than it was before. Oh yeah, and I forgot I need to use my assassin.
I kill to please you.
Yeah. Wait, you're the assassin? Man, I kind of thought it would be you. But yeah, let's go and try to kill these guys. 64% chance to kill the Seleucid guy. Did we get him? He misses the target. The failure is not the act of a true servant of the noble pharaoh. Well, I guess he'll try again next turn. He has 3 eyeballs of subterfuge. And he's an assassination genius. Wow, I didn't even know that's something that you could be. +3 to the agent's skill. Alright, well, we do have troops here. We have some Nubian spears, some skirmishers, and some slingers. So maybe that's enough to deal with these 4 units. And then we just have a mountain of peasants and another mountain of peasants. Yeah, that should be enough.
My liege. Orders?
Maybe.
Orders? Engage the enemy!
What do we got? 2 skirmishers. Oh, 1 unit of Egyptian chariots. Oh. And then 1 unit of peasants. Okay. Well, Philippos Philometer, you're a 3-star general when you're attacking, so let's see if you can get the job done here.
Units, group!
Okay, so it's my understanding that their general is going to be better in melee than my general. So I should probably keep my general just behind. He is an archer chariot, so he can, do some shooting. They have 2 peasants, 2 skirmishers. Yeah, it's just the chariot general that I'm worried about. So I'm going to get my guys lined up here, and then I'm going to try just taking this slow this time. I think I let my... Last time I used my Nubian spears against rebels, I kind of let my Nubian spears kind of break formation a little bit, and yeah, they just do not do well when they are not supported. They need to really, really be supported to do well. We're just going to creep up nice and slowly here until my slingers are in range of their peasants. And then once we're in range, or even I think my chariot general, my archer chariot general, should be able to get shots with his archers, maybe even before the slingers can. Oh, someone's in range. Someone's in range, and they're starting to move. Is it my slingers? Yep, my slingers are in range, and they are set to skirmish. And my archer generals, I'm sure they're starting to shoot by now. So yeah, the peasants are broken. Let's see if we can get some damage done on the skirmishers. My skirmishers behind. Yeah, they're gonna charge right in. Wow. My slingers get behind my spears. Skirmishers head on right into my Nubian spears, and yeah, that's exactly the fight that I want to see. So yeah, we just shredded those guys. Let's get my slingers, and let's get you back to the front. And these peasants wanted to march right back in. They think they're going to do better this time? Well, I don't know about that. Let's see if we can give them a volley from our slingers. And yeah, that does a lot of damage. Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty brutal stuff. And I don't think these peasants are going to do any better against... Yeah, they've just broken. Yep, that's fine by me. Although I think I would like to save some javelins. Maybe keep you off fire at will for now, just because I want to save some javelins for the chariots, just because we get a bonus against chariots with our javelins. Oh! Here comes the guys. Put my guys back on fire at will, please. And if you guys want to get behind the spears, nope, just want to get charged, that's fine, because now chariots are getting impaled by spears, and they just broke. Oh my god. Wow, my slingers took 2 casualties from that. That's crazy. That's crazy. They were close enough to the spears where the chariots all just died right away. Oh, that was awesome. That was so cool. Hey, you guys are fine. Get in front. What are you guys doing? There's nothing attacking you. Get in front. Oh, that was so cool. Yeah, just put my slingers. Guys, what are you doing? Get off stand and fight. They're literally not attacking you. God. Well, I guess they are throwing some slingers, some javelins at you. All right, let's get my general out to the side so that he doesn't charge through my own guys. And yeah, now that he's out here, he can start to put some pressure. Because right now my slingers, we can put my slingers on loose formation, and yeah, that's not even necessary at this point. Oh, right, that worked pretty well. Not bad at all. So I lost 14 men. I did kill 261. Yep, healed 1 guy from the Nubian spears and healed 1 slinger. Alright, yeah, casualties inflicted. Skirmishers, 394 by the slingers. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, slingers do okay, don't they? And then, yeah, that's Nubian spears got 33 and 44. Oh, that chariot charge against my spears was so fun. That was so fun. That was... I thought the slingers were at least going to take a chunk of casualties, but no, they were totally fine. Got another trait. Good commander, +2 command. That is awesome.
My liege.
Yeah, you are, and now you are a 4-star general when you attack. That's good. That's good to have. Good to have you around. Ah, cool. Look at the Armenian cataphracts up here. Oh, look at this unit. So cool. 25 total defense, 18 armor. Yeah, 9 attack, 9 charge bonus, but just look, it looks so cool. Oh, the Armenian unit roster is it's so interesting. So yeah, I'm happy to see they have some cool units up here. Yes, let's see. You want to hang out there. So the capital, is that their capital? No, it's not. Their capital is here.
Yes, my liege.
Horse archers, Hillmen, faction heirs, 1 stars. Okay. You'll just hang out there, and then, or no. I was gonna have you. Yeah, I want you to go to the Parthian capital.
At once.
Yeah, you'll make your way there eventually. And then you can hang out with the Armenians.
To hear is to obey.
You can hang out
Out of moves, sir.
with the Pontics.
Your obedient servant.
Pontic Heavy Cav. Oh, that's another cool
Yes,
unit.
my
It's like a Heavy Cav unit, but it has javelins. Oh, that's kind of neat. Yeah, missile attack of 9, melee attack of 9, charge bonus of 5, and 14 defense. Yeah, cool unit. Another cool faction unit roster. Now that Petra is officially a large town, let's see, will the port get me anything from Petra? Yep, oh my god. Wow, I get 1,000 denarii per turn for upgrading the, for getting a port in Petra. Holy smokes, wow. Wow. Yeah, let me think about this. Maybe I should get sewers first instead. No, just kidding. I'm getting the port. That's amazing. Is that that's just from trading with Thebes? But they don't have incense. So it's the incense. Huh. Wow, that's it? It's just one trade line and you get that much? So it's not going to tell me anything now. So I'm importing gold and some wild animals from Thebes. But then the incense alone from Petra will get me 1,000 denarii per turn? Huh. That's incredible. That's whew, man, I'm shocked, and I shouldn't be shocked because I've already played a bit of this campaign before, like in practice campaigns. Like I should have known that, but yeah, I guess I'm shocked again. So what would a shipwreck get me in Thebes? I'm just so curious now. So nothing. Right, because that would be a second trade line, and apparently there's no value in trading with Memphis. Why not though? Because Memphis has incense. And Thebes is not. Oh, it's because we're already getting incense from the land trade with them, so the sea trade wouldn't get us anything with them, right? That's why? Okay, that makes sense. Right. Okay, that actually, yeah, that checks out. That checks out. At this point, I am just about ready to end this episode, but I do want to sort of reflect on this this episode, and in a lot of ways I feel pretty good about the progress that I have made. However, as per usual, I just get so enticed by building up economy buildings that my promises of building up a military infrastructure have not quite come to terms. I don't think I built a barracks in Jerusalem. And I think that was it. Did I even do that? I did. I at least built a barracks in Jerusalem. And that was it. I did not build any. I still can't train Nile spearmen. I still can't train any Egyptian chariots. I still can't even train archers. So I need to really eventually crack down on it. It's so hard though, and you can see why, because anytime I see, for instance, like when the population grows to that peak, right, and it's time to build a new like governor's building essentially, well, first off, you have to prioritize that. And then as soon as that's finished, then there's going to be a new port available here for Jerusalem, which I'm sure will get me more money for this province. And I want to prioritize that. And then a new trader building, like it's hard to like say no and say like, no, I'm going to focus on military for now. Especially just because I keep spending the money almost as soon as I make it. So yeah, but the thing is, the Nile Spearman is a unit that I really should have by the time I face the Parthians. When I looked at the morale stats for the units, when I went into the game code, or the game files, should I say, not the game code, but the game files, that really did kind of like set out how important it is to get a better unit than the Nubian Spears. In a lot of ways, I do think that they are a capable unit in the early period of the game, but they have a morale of 2, which is very low. That's lower than Barbarian Mercenaries, who have a morale of 4. And so the Nile Spears, what do you get with them? Well, you get a morale of 4. So that's not like super duper great either, but you keep them in phalanx, you keep them next to one another, same as Nubian Spears, and they should do okay. You know, it's just important to make sure that they stay in line and everything. But that's that. I need them. I need some Nile Spears before I can feel competitive against the Parthians. And same with the chariots. I think chariots are going to be useful as well. And so that's something that I'm going to have to prioritize in the next episode. But so far, things are looking pretty quiet as opposed when it comes to like, you know, the whole diplomatic situation seems pretty okay. Having this license still be here is helping me give me this time to sort of get my affairs straightened out before I'm ready to start any more offensive campaigns. But you know what? That is all. I'm going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Concept playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.